I really don't like these rooms. I don't have a shield or anything. So you might be thinking, well, why didn't I just leave the dungeon and buy bombs? You know, do the money game and just buy some bombs. The answer is because the second blue Dark Nut room, which I cut down to 4 Dark Nuts, would have reset back to 6, and all the work that I've done would have been wasted. So now I'm here trying to trim the room some more, making sure to leave it and enter it so I can preserve it. Just hiding in the door. It would be a great time to go around and just knock at him with the wand. My bombs aren't being too effective right now. There, so it's down to 1, I think. And so I'm gonna die, but I'm gonna try to take this guy out. Doesn't work out. So you know it's coming up. Gotta get my bombs back. And I'm supposed to continue here. But like a complete idiot, I hit save by mistake. And you know what that does? It filled back up the second room. So, instead of buying bombs, I just go to level 1 and I just pick some up from the orange guys in here. My spirit was crushed by this point. I was thinking, oh my god, I just wasted so much time in level 8, or level 7. So, walking back to level 7, I'm going to take the desert because it's a little less dangerous. And if you could only imagine how long this felt at full speed. Some of you know how long this felt because some of you were watching me on Ustream when I was doing this live. Every room that I cleared out is filled up, except for the first manhandler room, which is still cleared out. That one. But, you can't quit. I mean, if you're gonna do the extreme second quest, you gotta keep trying. I did cut down one of the blue knights in the first blue knight room, so clearing out this room now. And you've only seen the first and second important blue knight room. There's actually 3. But I haven't got to the third one yet because I haven't cleared out the second room yet. So, it's down to 1, and I'm gonna die. And what you're not seeing is 5 lives that I've cut out where I failed to kill this last blue knight. And I think I only have 1 left, and I think it's going to be easy. I start playing more aggressively, and I don't pay attention to the fireballs as well, and I play a lot worse. But for your sake, that it's been cut out. And you're seeing the next attempt where I completed. So, I've got that room cleared out. I've got all my 16 bombs, and I really hate this room. But I managed to get through it without getting hit, which is nice. So I'm going to go over here and work on room 2 a little bit, which when I left was only at, I think, 1 or 2 nights, but now it's completely filled back up. It's really crushing, soul crushing to see all these guys in here after I worked so hard to trim the room. I've got lots of bombs this time. They only take 2 bombs to kill, but only if the bombs count. So, it's down to 3. And I got 6 bombs left, so I'm going to just throw bombs in here until he's dead. Thankfully, it only takes 2, and I get a bomb drop out of it. And I get hit on the way out. And now since I'm back up to 8 bombs, I'm going to go back into the second Blue Knight room and see what I can do. If you see him get knocked backwards, it means the bomb didn't count. And there's a lot of bombs here that just didn't count. So it's down to 1. I'm saving it as having 1 in it. And instead of going further, I'm going to try to build up my bombs again. So, in order to get my bombs, I gotta clear out the room first, then leave the room, then enter the room, and then die. That way it'll be filled up on my next life. And what you're gonna see here is the successful lives where I get a bomb drop. But in reality, getting back up to 16 bombs took me 26 lives. So, if you're gonna do the extreme second quest, I just wanted to let you know you're gonna be in that room for a long time. And when you filled up your bombs, you still got this room to go through again. So what am I working to? Well, the status is that the first Blue Knight room is working on being taken down, one by one. The second Blue Knight room only has a single knight in it. So, once I reach him, I can use all 16 of my bombs on the third room, on the third Blue Knight room. Which is kind of like this room, except it's got the door on the side instead of on the bottom. So I took the room down to 1 knight, and just like usual, I'm going to die and continue. That way, I can be sure I get through the room with full health. And if you're not patient, if you're not willing to do that, you're setting yourself up for getting killed all the time and having to clear out that room over and over. So, finally got that seal open on the first room, dodging my way through the next room, going straight up there because you're not going to get hit. So, of course you got to get through this room safely. It's not an easy room to get through. I mean, you just have to watch so many things at the same time. It's like you need 8 more eyes just to be sure of it. So, back in the second room. I'm not scared of the second room. but I'm reloading it to make sure the knight appears in a good spot. If he can appear off to the left, then I can get under him and hit him through the blocks. Because that's what I'm doing here. Now, for the first time, I get to pass that room and go on to the next one. If this room doesn't give you anything, the best thing to do is just to run through it. And then here is the third blue Dark Knight room. There's 5 of them in there. I've got 16 bombs, so I'm in the best shape possible to clear it out. And I was failing pretty hard at this the first time I tried to do the extreme second quest. So I sent a message to somebody else who had completed the second quest, Andrew Furr, who's very active in setting video game world records, mostly on classic consoles, I believe. And he said, well, you can just wait in the door and run out and throw a bomb, or use your wand, whatever you want, when one comes near you. And that just hadn't occurred to me. So I tried it, and it worked out. So it's all thanks to Andrew that I was able to finish level 7 in the extreme second quest. So you're seeing his technique being used by me. My bombs aren't doing really great here. I mean, sometimes they're getting some good hits in, but most of the time it's just knocking them backwards. But you gotta be patient. But it's cutting down. We're cutting down on blue knights one by one. So I'd like to see some more people doing the extreme Zelda challenge. I know there's a lot of people out there who are capable of doing it, but it requires a lot of planning to get done. So now that this video is on YouTube, I'm hoping that'll cut down a lot of people's planning times, because they can see one good route at least that works, and see what kind of techniques are needed. So I've preserved the room as with one in it, so if for some reason I die and then have to come back to this room, there will only be one left. But I don't want to die. I'd rather just finish it and get into the next room where the Gleeok is. So I'm trying to be patient, trying to wait in the door frame, but since there's only one there, I have to keep waiting, and so I actually just run out of bombs and try to take him out with the wand. Which gets me hit, but I am ready to go into the Gleeok room here, and here is the 4-headed Gleeok. So, like I said, I want to see some other people do the extreme challenge. The first quest is going to be easier than the second quest, and you're about to find out why. I'm here at the 4-headed Gleeok, and I'm really nervous because it's taken me a long time to get here. But I'm doing my best to not play too aggressively and stay out of the way of the fireballs. Rush in to take a shot only when I can see a fireball going across the screen. Also trying to stay out of the way of the flying head. And every 3 hits after you knock off the first head, which takes 5 hits, knocks off another head. So I got cornered there, I got hit by a fireball, but I still have another hit left. I can still finish the fight if I don't get hit twice more. And I just got hit once more. And so now I'm in bad shape and I'm really nervous. I'm not dodging very well. I'd really like the fight to be over, but I know I can't hurry. So I escaped death just narrowly there. If I can finish the fight, I go into the Triforce room and level 7 is completed. There's nothing else to do in level 7. All I have to do is finish this fight. And it doesn't happen. And so, do you know what that does? Do you know what failing at that room does? It means that all 3 of the Blue Knight rooms are filled up again. So I'm here, getting my bombs again. Of course, it takes another dozen lives to fill up my bombs. I'm taking out the ones that didn't get a bomb drop. And I'm going up here, and I'm trying to clear out the Blue Knight room number 1. So this is what you're in for. This is what you gotta do if you want to do the extreme second quest. It is not fun at all. Just chip away at the rooms, little by little. Try to save your bombs. And this fast-forwarded section here, it goes on for some time on this video, and this is sped up 4 times. In addition, I've taken out the lives that didn't kill a knight. So as long as you think this is taking now... Actually, let me see if I can figure out how long level 7 actually took me to kill. To finish level 7, I started there. So it looks like it took me over 2 hours to finish level 7 in real time. So, not only that, but you've got to be really good at fighting 4-headed Gleeoks. So I'm doing what I can with my bombs. I run out of bombs. I try to take them out with a wand. And I do pretty well. Kinda low on health, so I'm hiding in the door. Managed to get one more destroyed. Managed to leave the room and preserve it, and then die trying to take out the next one. So since that was the 3rd room, I'm just repeating myself over and over, but this is what it takes. Clear out the bomb room, leave it, enter it, die. I'm going to build my bombs back up. And according to my outline here, it took me 23 lives to get back up to 16 bombs. If I chose to leave the dungeon and buy bombs, or get them in level 1 like I did last time, it would fill back up the 3rd night room. And I don't want to do that because there's only 2 of them in there. And I'm pretty sure that when I get back there, I can just take those 2 out and make another try at Gleeok. And I want to let you know that this isn't guaranteed anything. I'm only guaranteed another shot at the Gleeok. And every single try against that boss I want to make involves clearing out the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd blue rooms. I'm doing my best to show you the complete extreme second quest, so I can't cut out these lives because they actually accomplish something. They actually accomplish cutting down the room. So you can see my bombs are being pretty effective here. And I've switched over to wand so I can use my 10 bombs against the third room when I reach it. I got full health, so I'm looking pretty good. And with that bomb, I finally cleared out the third room again. And I'm walking up to the Gleeok with full health. So let's see what happens. And that is a defeated four-headed Gleeok without being hit. I was very, very happy with that. Level 7 is now completed. And thankfully it only took 2 tries against the Gleeok. It's possible it could have taken more tries. And every try involves reaching him again, which takes almost a half hour. So what if somebody told you there was a game where you could spend 20 minutes to half an hour reaching a boss, and then if you lost against that boss, you had to go through another 20 or 30 minutes to try again? You know, some people complain about Ninja Gaiden, because if you lose to the boss, you get sent back to the first part of the last stage. But imagine if you had to go through the entire game again. It'd be something like that. So anyway, that's something you gotta know if you're thinking of doing the Extreme Second Quest. So, we got a completed Triforce. And I'm headed up to level 9. Since I have the power bracelet, I'm free to use the secret paths, which takes out some of the walking. But this screen, I just want you to look at it. There's so many things going on here, and you gotta be lucky to get past it. So, here's level 9. The final stage. I'm walking straight up to one of the first bosses of the stage. It's a Patra. And this time I get hit immediately and die. So, of course, the only thing to do is just go straight up to him and try again. So this is Patra that pulses and then condenses so that he's got a really small circle around him. And if you can manage to knock off some kind of number or configuration of flies when he's in his condensed state. He'll get stuck that way, and he won't be able to pulse out. So that's what happened here. It's just kind of luck for me. I'm not sure exactly how to control it, but when it happens, it's nice. And I've gone over in my extreme first quest videos that it's a good idea to not hit him when he's pulsed out and just stay out of his way, and then when he's condensed to rush in and hit him a few times and then run away. And I still recommend that. So what I'm going to do now is work on adding some rooms to my sub-screen map. Rooms that I'm not going to need to visit otherwise. This is just a block room with a block in the middle that opens up the one way, like the other rooms, like this room. But it's dark for some reason. So I've opened up a couple rooms, and this staircase here will take me back to the beginning of level 9. It looks like a regular door, but when you get to the other side, you'll see you can't go back in that way. It's just a wall. And you don't see that sort of thing in the first quest, you only see that in the second quest. It's still opening up a couple of rooms. Stay on your toes to get through that. And I wasn't able to get out of the way that time because I got stuck on a piece of water on my ladder. So where I'm heading now is to the second out of the 4 Patras in level 9. There were 5 Patras in the first quest, level 9, and there's only 4 in the second quest. The difference is that 3 out of the 4 Patras in the second quest, level 9, also have fireball shooting statues in the room, and there was none of that in the first quest. So what I'm doing here is trimming down the room with the wizards in it. I don't think that one counted because he has to be completely dead by the time, or completely dead before you leave, for it to count. So instead of trying to bomb them all, I'm gonna save my last couple of bombs and run up to Patra 2, see if I can get something done here. Also opened up another wall spot, so, well, now I'm dead. But what I accomplished there was reaching the room, trimming down the wizard room, and opening up a couple of bomb spots. So instead of going straight back to Patra 2, I'm going to work a little bit more on the dungeon in general. These guys are kind of scary in the first quest, but not scary in the second quest, because there's a couple of large blocks in the middle of the room between you and them. And so they take a long time to get back to you. Or to, you know, rush up and hit you. That room I'm just loading, adding to my sub-screen map. This is a much smaller and much easier level 9 than the first quest. You don't have to continuously clear out rooms of wizards like the first quest. The only thing more difficult is the rooms with Patras and statues. But they're doable too, just take a little bit of concentration. This guy only has to be killed once, but he respawns a lot, so you'll see him again later. Above me is where the later level stuff is, and below me is where the compass is. So the compass is really easy to get this time. It's only got slimes guarding it. And this is a very nice room. This is where you go to get your bombs back. There's a lot of orange Wizrobes in here. And orange Wizrobes are pretty good at giving bombs. So I got one. And so instead of dying, I'm going to go and make another attempt at the second Patra. Of course, I walked past it that time. So, going in this way. And I've still got some orange Wizrobes I could clear out from that room. So just like the first quest and earlier parts of the second quest here, I can see the Wizrobes better playing it live than you can on the YouTube video because of the frame rate differences. Sometimes ones that look invisible that you can't see on YouTube, you can see on TV. So I'm not just putting bombs out randomly, there's actually one there that I'm hitting. This is a more difficult kind of Patra because he doesn't have a really small condensed state. He's got this orbital shape and then the circle. So I got backed into a corner. I got hit by a couple of wall fireballs, but they only take off half a heart at a time. If you get hit by Patra, you lose a lot more health. Trying to be careful not to get hit here so I can finish the fight. Now I have my map, and it's up to you to decide what that looks like. I'm going to stand by what I said, it being Ganon's face. I'm trying to get a heart drop from these slimes, but I didn't get one. One thing you can do though is leave the room and come back, and then the two like-likes will turn into slimes. So you can hope for another heart drop from them, because like-likes never drop items. So I'm in this room. I have to clear out this room, but I think I should have more bombs. So I just die and continue. And I've already shown you where I get my bombs, so I'm going to fast forward up to that same bomb room. Just taking a direct path there. Trying to get a heart drop from them, but it didn't work out. So, got a bomb there. And now I'm dead. So I'm going to go back to the bomb room and try to get another bomb drop. Still didn't get a heart. Got a bomb there, but since I had to use 3 to clear out the room, I only got a gain of 1 bomb. Went from 8 to 9. So, going back, trying to get more. So I got one there, and then I got another. So now I'm up to 15, which is pretty good. And there's no more orange wizards in that room, so you don't have to worry about one appearing in your way, as long as you can dodge the 2 blue ones that are there. So I'm back in this room. I've got almost full bombs. And I got hit immediately by the orange guy. I thought the bomb was going to get him, so I didn't get out of the way. But I'm just going to walk straight back to it, still have my 14 bombs, and see how it goes this time. The reason I'm not leaving the dungeon to buy bombs right now is that the rooms that I've trimmed, like this one, or in some cases cleared out, will refresh and I'll fill up again if I leave the dungeon. So that's why it's good to know where the good bomb spots are in the dungeons that you're going to spend a lot of time in. So, did get a bomb drop from that guy, so I'm back up to full bombs. And I'm refreshing the screen to see if maybe one of the orange guys will turn blue, which it does. And I've only got one more blue guy left to deal with. And I'm leaving the room to preserve it. In case I die, there will only be one left. So now, if you look at the map, you can see I'm right next to the Triforce, but I can't get through that room on the wall on any side. The room only leads back to the room that you used to get into it, but it's full of blue sparks, so if you have a sword and you're playing this game, that's the room you want to go in to get your sword ability back. It's really cool, though, that it's so far out of the way. So I'm adding rooms to my map right now. And this staircase is going to take me back to the beginning of the dungeon. And now I'm going to make an attempt at the silver arrow. Which is way easier to get in the second quest than the first quest. The first quest, Silver Arrow, was one of the hardest objectives in the entire challenge, because of all the wizards you have to fight through, and the really awful shape of the room that the Silver Arrow was in. This time, it's a wide open room. So, I'm gonna do it like my usual Wizrobe method of kill the orange guys, and then refresh the room and see if the blue guys will turn orange for you. Now there's still 2 blue guys in here, so that means they're not going to change orange. And I was laying bombs a lot there, but now I realize I may run out, so I'd better try a little harder to hit them. So, that's all it takes to get the silver arrow. As long as the bat doesn't kill me. So I've got that. The next thing I have to do is work on accessing all the rooms, killing the remaining bosses, and that'll be it. But it is kind of hard to reach the other rooms. So now I'm dead. And I usually save it if I have a silver arrow, because in the first quest that was really hard to get, and I didn't want to accidentally do something wrong and have to redo the segment over. But I'm going to hang out inside here and work on the rooms some more. They're never going to drop an item unless you bomb them. And these guys have respawned. And I know I've killed them already. That was early on in the dungeon when I killed them the first time. So I don't need to kill them again. That room looks scary, but you can always just walk into the other door without it bothering you. And that room can be tricky too. It's a good idea to clear out that room if you're going to hang out inside the dungeon. And there's this man, who was also in the first quest. Except instead of bombing the left wall, you just walk through it. This room will stay cleared out since there are wall spikes. That room's going to need to be cleared out, but I don't have enough bombs for it right now. So here's Patra 3. This is the only Patra in level 9 that does not have fireball shooting statues. These are the last of these worm guys. Sometimes they can rush you and hit you and kill you, but since you get to start on the very other side of the room, it's not too dangerous of a room. There's a red ring, but of course I'm not allowed to get it. So, while I'm up here, might as well try to take out Patra 3. Of course, walking right into him doesn't help. So he's stuck in a circle now. I think he can do the orbital thing. Well, yeah, he can. I guess he didn't get stuck that time. Doesn't matter, he's not too hard with all the fireballs. Now here I'm thinking, wouldn't it be great if I could just walk up to the 4th Patra and kill him and then just have a couple rooms to fill in? So, I'm headed towards the 4th Patra, opening up the wall, and going inside, And the room just to the right of this guy has Ganon in it. Now remember I called the blinking square up there the Triforce room? But it's actually Zelda's room. Zelda's in that. So, I'm down here in the corner. Keeps pulsing. And I get knocked inside and all this stuff, so... The fight's not going too well. Still trying to do my best. And... I get hit, and that's that. So I'm gonna have to do 4th Patra later. So here's the thing, I got one bomb. There's a room I need to clear out that's full of wizards. So I need to fill my bombs back up. And of course the way to do that is to get into the bomb room and just hope for a bomb drop. The problem this time is that I've only got one shot. And it does not work out. I managed to kill all the wizards with one bomb, which is rare and lucky, but they did not give me a bomb drop, so I've got no choice but to save it and start back from the first screen and buy some bombs on the way back up to level 9. I've used this bomb shot before. Got enough money to buy up to 16. Now I try walking back to level 9. Now here's this screen again. It's full of these guys that I can't kill, so I just have to dodge. But they won't stop throwing swords, and they won't stop being in my way. So there's just this big wall that I can't get past. So I'm waiting for them to clear out. I can never tell when one's going to throw a thing because they're all bunched together. Just trying to get lucky. Make it to the other side. Almost there. Doing a good job of dodging, getting out of the way, and then I get hit. And we're going to fast forward here. But, using the path to get up this time instead of walking, since I don't have to buy any bombs. You're seeing my 5th try of getting back up to level 9 right now. The last 4 ended in failure. So here I'm in level 9. Got all my bombs. I've got to run all the way back up to the wizard room. And on the way, I'll try to kill these worms again. Got eaten by a like there, but survived. And I'm thinking, well, these red worms have respawned. And I'm not sure if I was even sure. I wasn't even 100% on whether or not I had killed them the first time. So I thought I'd try to kill them again. And I died. So I'm running all the way back. Make another try at them, and actually kill them this time. So I've killed them twice now. Going down to the slimes to try to get a heart drop, which I get 1. And now I'm at this room, and I'm thinking maybe I'm going to have to run through this room a lot, so it would be useful if I were to clear it out. I'm waiting for the orange wizrobe to be closer to me so I can bomb him. Although he likes to appear on the right side of the screen. I'm still waiting, but he's not coming over. There he is, but I'm not out of the door enough to hit him. So I got him. No, I didn't get him. He's still over there. There he is. Now he's dead, and the blue guys are dead, so all that's left are these likes. And since there's a bubble in the room, that means it will not refill. It'll just stay cleared out. And I'm repeating myself a lot about the thing with the bubbles and the clearing out rooms and which rooms carry over. But I don't know who's watching this whole thing from start to finish. I don't know if you're skipping around a bit trying to get to some part that you're stuck on if you're trying this challenge. So, you know, why not? What else have I got to say? Do you want me to tell you my hobbies? Suppose I could, but rather talk about Zelda. Got 10 bombs. I've got this room to clear out. It's got orange guys and blue guys in it. I'd like to have more bombs. So I got one of the orange guys there. I'm hoping maybe one of the orange guys will give me a bomb. Still waiting for him to be over here. Didn't get him that time. These blue guys are really crowding my door. Okay, there. So let's refresh the room and turn one of the blue guys into an orange guy. And if you're standing in the door frame, then the blasts that they shoot at you aren't going to hit you. Down to 2 blue whiz robes. So I could try to take him out with these 6. But if I'm missing, it's not going to happen. So I've kind of decided what I should do is, to be on the safe side, just build up my bombs again. So, since you've already seen me try to get bombs, I'm just going to fast forward here. Just going to my usual bomb harvesting spot for level 9. And I didn't get one. So now I'm worse off than I was when I went into the room. But I'm going to try again. Taking the same path. It's the fastest way to get to it. And you can also see down to 0 keys. And I don't need to go through any more locked doors, so that's why I bought the key from the shop in the beginning of the game. Like I said, it takes a lot of planning to do one of these extreme challenges, but hopefully my videos will help with that. I really want somebody else to do it. So if anybody from Twin Galaxies is watching, if anybody from Speed Demos Archive is watching, if anybody from the shiz.org is watching, you're all capable of doing the extreme challenge. And I've shown you absolutely everything I know about how to do it. So just get your console in your cart and get cracking. So I've got 12 bombs. That's enough to finish off the room. And now I'm back here. Getting close to the end now. The room to the left is the last room that I have to access to finish off my map. So that's why I'm clearing out this room, just so I can get in there. So he's being really bad about running away from my bombs. I just barely managed to finish the room with the number of bombs that I had. Alright, there's one more room I have to add to my subscreen map, and that's Ganon's room, but I guess that goes without saying. It's the end of the challenge. Reach Ganon's room. Can't kill Ganon, you don't have a sword, so you just have to get into it. So, here I am again at Patra 4, and the first time I completed the Zelda Extreme Challenge for the second quest. You might not believe this, but Patra 4 took me 2 hours to beat. I kept failing over and over and over. And it doesn't take long to reach Patra 4 from the first room of the dungeon. So, I can't count how many tries it took to beat Patra 4. I have no idea. But it was very numerous, and there were many witnesses who hung in there until I finally beat him around 6:30 in the morning. But this is actually my second try. I didn't cut out any more attempts at Patra 4. This is my second try, and I already showed you the first one. And it actually goes well. So, going into the room to the right, it's Ganon's room, and now the challenge is completed. All I have to do is access the room, and at the first quest I donated meat to the middle of the room, but I don't have any meat, so I'm just going to use each item that I have here. Throw an arrow, put out some candle, lay a bomb, blow the recorder. And since it's been so good to me during this entire challenge, get out the wand, and then die. And that's the end of the challenge. That's no sword, shield, ring, boomerang, letter, potion, heart container, magic key, red candle, or magic book. I had to collect the arrow, bow, bombs, both bomb upgrades, recorder, ladder, raft, meat, wand, blue candle, power bracelet, and silver arrows. I couldn't kill overworld enemies. I had to visit every room of every dungeon, and kill all the bosses and many bosses of each dungeon, and get all the maps and compasses. So, I hope this is inspiring to somebody to take out the challenge. And if not, if you just wanted to see it happen, then I hope it was entertaining and informative. And now I gotta think of some other challenge to do. But thanks for watching.